I was recently doing some accounting here at Redline. I tend to do my accounting about once a week, every Friday, and just make sure that everything is there, everybody got paid, all of the deposits came in like they're supposed to, and that kind of thing. And I noticed something interesting, that 8 days of sales from Amazon were missing. We didn't get paid for them from early January. And so I went and started doing some investigating. I found out why, and it's pretty disappointing. That right there is our Redline auto body dolly. We sell those things on our website and on Amazon. That big auto dolly right there ships in those 2 boxes right there. They are 59 pounds and 79 pounds. They cost an average of $147 to ship out through UPS. And as of February the 14th, 2025, that thing sells on our website for about $600 delivered and a little over $700 delivered on Amazon. We do not offer free returns on that great big dolly. So if you want to return one of those things, the customer is responsible for the return freight. So let me ask you something. Suppose that you ordered one of those things and you wanted to return it and you were responsible for the freight. How much do you think you would pay to ship those 2 boxes right there? What should UPS charge you to ship those things? Maybe $50, $100, $150, $200, maybe at the most to return those 2 boxes would be my guess. What do you think? So we recently had a customer that returned one of those, and instead of sending it back in 2 boxes like we ship it out, he sent it back in just 1 great big box. And did he use any kind of packaging materials or anything like that to wrap up all the individual pieces? Unfortunately not. You can see that everything was just completely jumbled in the box. The finish was completely destroyed, so the product could not be sold again as new. Unfortunately, as is the case when you're dealing with Amazon, Amazon is the one who's actually talking to the customer. We don't get to talk to the customer, so they're the ones who provide him with 1 shipping label and give him all his instructions. We at Redline don't get to speak with him and tell him about the proper way to handle anything in a return, and that's kind of how we end up in these situations. Unfortunately, that's the easy part to swallow, that the product arrived back to us pretty much destroyed. The hard part to actually deal with is that Redline, keep in mind, Redline that tells Amazon and specifies we don't pay for return freight. The customer was provided a return label by Amazon that was then billed to us against our will. And how much do you think Amazon charged our account to send that $700-ish auto body dolly back? The answer is $2,274 to do that. As if that is not insult to injury enough, just a couple of days after this happens, a gigantic box arrived on my porch. I mean, look how big this box is. It's absolutely enormous. It's plenty big to be able to ship that auto body dolly back. This turned out to be a piece of luggage that my wife had bought on Amazon. And how much do you think this giant box with the product inside cost delivered to my front porch? $109. So what you can take away from this is if we're spending Amazon's money like we are right there, it's really inexpensive. But if we're spending Ian's money, it costs several $1,000s. So at this point, I told our guy that handles our Amazon sales, I said, look, get in touch with Amazon, do a chat, let these people know what has happened. Hopefully, they'll make this right. So he goes back and forth and explains our situation and is ultimately told by Amazon, we do not reimburse shipping charges. So at this point, we decided, okay, let's try one other means. We sent Amazon an email through our Seller Central account, and they basically replied back to us. And instead of giving us the decency of an actual human being replying to our inquiry, they sent us back an email that ultimately said no. And down at the bottom, it says, this email was generated by AI. Please do not reply to this message. So I wanted to make this video just kind of as a heads up, fair warning to anybody out there who's thinking about becoming an Amazon seller, or maybe even is already an Amazon seller, and just kind of make you aware of what to be careful of. I hope this video helps somebody out there. Appreciate you guys watching. Please consider subscribing. Y'all have a good day.